Hello and welcome to Workflow Labs. So in this lab, this lab would be this lab is required before you proceed to the next labs. Because this lab, we would install the tables and the packages that are required in the next few labs. So in this chapter, we are going to focus on how to call or how do you interact with the or how do you interact PL/SQL with the workflow? How does it connects to the table? How does it updates the table if it's needed? How does it read the values from the workflow? Those are the tricks that we'll be looking through in this video. So we're continuing to build on the work vacation request. As always, the zip file is available for you to download. So here is the initial vacation proposal we have been building. So the vacation request comes from the user. It can be approved or rejected. If it's approved, they'll get a notification. If it's rejected, they'll get a rejection notification. Then we enhanced it so that the requester can resubmit it. So so we built a loop around it. So here is what we have done so this is not the loop yet, this is the basic one, but so we're going to do one more step. This time we're going to store the value. Once it's approved, we're going to store the vacation into a table. It's a simple, straightforward, nothing complicated here. So how does it interacts with the database? So primarily it uses PL/SQL, and so normally there's a special function that's being used to actually there's a special procedure that's being used with a specific set of keywords. So not all the procedures that interacts with the workflow should have an item type, item key, account ID, and function node. And at the end we're going to pass the result out. This is not mandatory, but in an example where you are expecting the function to return yes or no, this is the right place where you pass the values to. So in all procedures you will have a getter and a setter function. So the getter function would get the value from so in this case it's going to get the value of the for that attribute requester into this PL/SQL variable. Here, if you look at the item attribute date, so here is a text attribute, is an item attribute. If you open this package WF engine, you would see quite a few. You'd see all the getters and setters. Similarly, setter is to set the value into the workflow. You could use it to set the value. You can compute some values and pass it in the workflow. You can do all those things through getter and setters. So let's go ahead and take a look at a sample workflow package. So here is a sample workflow package that we will be using. So in this package there are multiple procedures, so there's no function specifically. So all these procedures have these specific keywords. So let's look at the first schedule update. So the func mode would be the function, what is the run mode. If it's a run, basically it's getting the attributes. It's going to get the attribute from to date into these variables. Then what it does is it's going to insert the data. If you notice that there is no commit, so the commit will be done. You shouldn't use any commit within this package. All the commits will be done by the workflow at the end of the process. So here we are saying, okay, at the end of the process, we're going to we can use this engine now. Since we are not returning any values, so we are going to use that. So if it's a cancel on the workflow, basically it's going to it's doing the same thing, get attributes, and it's going to delete the record from the workflow table. So let's look at the next, which is a notification proposal, another function, another procedure, same kind of parameters. If the mode is respond, it's basically getting some values. It's going to get the attributes. Basically, here we are saying if the fields are null, then we generate error. That's pretty much it. If you look at it, if it's a run mode, so you can see that it's pretty straightforward. Uh, this would this is another critical part. This would indicate this would help the debug. Where which code got the error. So wf code.context. So that will help you to debug the once there's an error with the workflow, you'd be able to find it. So another one is this is a this we will go through at the end. So here we are building a dynamic email messaging. So we'll go at the end. So so we'll go to another example. Here we are expecting yes or no to be passed. So if you look at the result, you can pass wf no, wf yes. Wf no is yes and y. So here is how we pass the result out. So these packages are available these packages are available for you. Feel free to download them and just get yourself familiar. Ultimately you will expand all your coding will be expanded on these basic codes. So along with this so you're going to download a zip file. That zip file will have 4 scripts. So I want you to install these 4 scripts one by don't install the fourth one. The fourth one will drop everything, so in case if you want to clean out everything. So the first one will create the table. We're going to have a basic table with the some basic information. So again, so we'll first start with the basic. Then once you are comfortable, I want you to play with it, make it as much fancy as possible. For now, we will just go with the basic. So we'll install the spec, we'll install the body. So once you get these installed, we will continue to the next chapter. Thank you.